The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 139.
Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of real women producing extraordinary results by finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Get your free audiobook at our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a special lady all the way from Singapore. She has a pretty cool Facebook group. It's called the Spiritual Entrepreneurs, and it has over 16,000 members, which is pretty phenomenal, right? Just having that kind of community, having that kind of energy. So, she's here today to share her story in self-confidence, and, I just can't wait to have her on. Her name is Elyse Ann, and I'm just so happy for her to be here. So, Elyse, how are you doing today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hey, Sheena. Hi, how are you? This is Elyse, and I'm in Singapore right now. And, it is a Tuesday morning for me, and 8:36 in the morning. So, yes, I am the founder and creator of the thriving Facebook group. It's hosting more than 16,000, coming to 17,000 members now, built it within a year. And I help spiritual women who are healers and coaches who desire to get their name out there so that they can serve more people and change their financial destiny. Yep. And I'm also a mother. I've got 3 girls. And I run my business from home.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I mean, that's cool to grow almost 17,000 members within a year. I mean, that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, how did she do that? Right. So, so that'll be cool to even teach people how to create these awesome, high engagement Facebook groups. Because especially there are groups out there with a lot of members, but no engagement. And I'm in your group and I see the crazy engagement that it gets in there. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And what's your cultural background?
I'm Chinese. I'm born in Singapore, but my ancestors came from Taiwan and China. So I'm the second generation that's born in Singapore. So basically, but I'm Chinese.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Elyse, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Until you make your unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate, by Carl Jung.
I like that because, sometimes we live life unconsciously, right? We just do the same thing over and over and over again, right? Not knowing we're just walking through life like a zombie. So,
yeah.
So this is a great quote that you mentioned. So thanks for sharing that. And, in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
Well, self-confidence ties in with self-love. If you love yourself, you would be confident to ask for the things that you desire. You would be confident enough to say no to the things that you don't want to do and basically have your own voice. So I know in the entrepreneurial scene, there are lots of people copying each other, but you know what? That's normal. Even Porsche copies Ferrari. So that's just the way it is, but that you spin it in your own unique voice. And now, Sheena, I mean, really, there is no new information out there. Whatever that I teach, whatever that you teach, you can get it off Google, you can get it off Facebook, or even buy a book. But what's unique is our own delivery and our own experience. And in order for you to deliver that, you need to have your own self-confidence and self-worth issues sorted out so that you can effectively and elegantly deliver your message.
Awesome. And I like that. And it's true, right? I mean, we can model off, the most successful people in the world. And what makes a difference is us, right? Because there's only one you in the world. There's only one me in the world, and we all have something to offer. So, I really love that definition. So thanks for sharing that. And Elyse, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Oh, it was really bad. I mean, bad to the extent where I was a trigger party, in the sense where I get triggered. Like somebody would say something, I would get triggered. I would care about what people think of me. And in terms of my own relationships, I always found men who were father figures because I didn't grow up with a father, and I thought that I needed a father figure to compensate my confidence. So I would date men who were older than me so that I could be that little woman. So I would just say yes, 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 no, 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 and just keep quiet without a voice. And if you date men of a certain status, you just cannot have your own voice. And that was what I was taught, just go find a rich man and that's my financial destiny, right? And so life before self-confidence was this small little woman without a voice. You need a man to fund your dreams. You need a man if you want to have your financial destiny sorted out. So that was how it looked like before.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And, that's really common too in Asian culture, right? I mean,
right.
We've been brainwashed to say, just go get married. Don't worry about going to school. Don't worry about getting a job. Just marry a rich man and just follow what he says, right? And, and that's how things like domestic violence shows up, and, women are maltreated because, the men think they have the power to just do whatever they want, right? So it's really important for women to know their own power and realize that they can do so much more out there. They don't, they can do their own thing. They can live life on their own and not have to follow what society tells them. So what was that point in your life when you realized you didn't need all that you can go out there and do your own thing?
Well, that was when I had a huge fight with me and my mom. And she was sort of like my money tree, my independence, my financial independence was from her. So although I was beginning my spiritual path, I was not very financially savvy, and everything was just from mom. Like mom would be, the traditional doting Asian mom. It's either the tiger mom or the one just, okay, you can have everything and I'll just give you everything, right? But in return, I would have to sort of like listen to her. I think at some point I had to grow up. I was 30 then. So for the rest of initial 30 years, I was just listening to her, like taking money from her. Even when I wanted to quit my job, I would just, it's another story, but I just decided to just tender my resignation in 24 hours and she would just give me money to bail me out. So she was always there to bail me out as a doting mom. But as a result of that, I didn't know how to make money. So when I was 30, I think it's just part of the soul plan that, everything under the wraps, under the bubble, the dust had to all come up. Because, if you just, it's like the pink elephant in the room. It's there. You just don't talk about it, but it was going to explode someday or later, right? So that happened. And then she kind of like left and I had no choice but to really build myself again. And I didn't want to be just a contented housewife, stay at home, take money from my husband. And I wasn't happy to do that. I could, but I didn't want to because, with one salary from him, it's not going to allow us to live that rich life, and we got a penny pinch, and I didn't like that. And I knew that my life was meant, I was meant for something, I am meant for something bigger, not to just stay home, look after the kids, and take money from my husband. So that was when I decided, you know what, I'm going to take charge of my financial destiny. I'm going to learn how to make money, and, enough of the $1 days. And I was very angry with God, to be honest. So at that moment, I had this, I was 9 or 8 months pregnant, about to pop, crying in the corner of my room. And I'm like, why are you making fun of me, God? Why are you making it so tough? I have a gift. I just want to be a healer, heal people, exchange that gift for money and live a simple life. Why are you making it so hard? So that was when I realized that after my whole episode of tantrum, I calmed down and I, just remember that God actually doesn't show any favoritism. He's not biased. So that means we're all given the same equal opportunities as Oprah. I think at this point, Oprah, Richard Branson, Ellen DeGeneres, and all the good people, right? So then that was when I realized we are all the same. If they can do it, so can I. And then that was when I realized whatever that they can achieve, I could do it too. And that was when I decided that I was going to do whatever it takes legally and morally without prostitution and selling my children to be successful.
I love it. And, it's great that you were able to, realize that, because there's so many people out there who just quit, right? They see the first failure and they're like, forget it. I'm just going to go back to my old life because that was easy. Even though it was not meaningful, it was just easy for them to have life pass them by. And you're just like, I'm just going to do whatever it takes, morally and ethically, of course, and legally. And, and you're doing it. So, after that realization, what's your life like now?
My life right now, I am serving awesome clients. They're all around the world. I have clients from Dublin, UK, America, Luxembourg, Singapore, and I'm just doing the things that I love, and this year, my New Year resolution, it's a transition. At first, it was just getting out the $1 days, and then I was teaching about money. Then I was like, oh my God, it's not about money. And then I lost it. Last year was a very bad time for me because I knew how to make money, but my business went 5 steps and the banks were after me. And so that was even worse than $1 days, right? Because you know how to make money, but yet you're not doing it. And then within 6 months, I turned my life over again, and I've been traveling ever since that pivotal moment. And now really I just launched a 6-figure program with one Facebook post. And so it's just the twist in mindset. Well, I lost my why, and that's why my business went backwards, and I didn't want to have anything to do with money. I didn't want money to define me because I was chasing money for the wrong reasons. Right now, this year, my intention is I want to be happy with money, of course. That's a crazy intention to make without money because you're not some angel living in the 6th dimension, right? So you're a human being, and I just want to be happy. So when I'm happy, I will make happy decisions in my business. I will make happy decisions in every area of my life. And there's this quote, right? Success comes when you're happy. Paraphrased, right? It's not the other way where you become, no, it's if you're happy, then success follows. It's not success and then happiness follows. So you be happy and then success will naturally follow you because you're in that vibration. So that's what my life is right now. I'm only choosing things and projects that totally, completely excite me and that lights me up.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, it's funny. I actually shared a quote about success and happiness, how, success doesn't make you happy. It's happiness makes you successful, right?
Yeah, right.
Because a lot of people are like, I'll be happy when, right? It's like, no, be happy now, and, everything else will fall into place. So thanks for sharing that. And, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey of self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Nobody's coming to save you and nobody owes you a living.
I love that because a lot of us are always looking for a savior, right?
Yeah.
When you realize the only person who can save you is you, right? And it's just you have to take personal responsibility to do whatever it takes to live life on your own. So I love that advice. It's great. I know it's a little harsh, but I mean, we're here because we want to tell people what they need to hear versus what they want to hear, right? So great advice. And Elyse, if our listeners want to connect with you, get to know a little bit more of what you do, and maybe want to, join your Facebook group, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Sure. My Facebook group is the Spiritual Entrepreneurs. So if you search on the bar above the Facebook search bar, you would find my group and you see my banner, my face. And my website is Elyse, ELYSE-ANNE.com. But that being said, I'm very active in the group. So if you find me there, you get to connect with the rest of the 17,000 women and some men, some brave spiritual men there, and have a conversation started. I think that's the best way.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you would like to connect with Elyse, you can also head on over to thetowofselfconfidence.com and search for Elyse's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Elyse for taking the time to share her story with us. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Sheena. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. It was awesome to have you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for joining us at the Tao of Self-Confidence. Head over to thetowofselfconfidence.com for full recaps of every show, our amazing blog articles and resources, and just plain fun. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits, so start today.